Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Chakshura Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthatam Yena Bhutale Swayam Bhutati Swapadantikam. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasana Gauri Bhakta Krishna 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 Rama ये वाला Continuing to read from Bhagavad Gita, 4th chapter, 31st verse. Nayam lokostya yagyasya Kutonyah purusattama
Kurusattama.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of ISKCON. The best of the Kuru dynasty, without sacrifice. One can never live happily on this planet or in this life. What then of the next? So here Krishna is declaring, with a materialistic point of view, also we can say that what to tell about next life. I am talking about give me that medicine within box. So what to talk about the next life? Because this life itself, you will not be happy. To be happy in this life, what has to be done? Chanting Krishna's name, that is like, chant and be happy. That is also one kind of sacrifice. That is the topmost sacrifice. But here what is being discussed about? Without sacrifice, one can never live happily on this planet. So all those different kinds of sacrifices we saw, everybody is involved in some Vedic process. Point is that there is some supreme, and according to the supreme, whoever they are inclined to, they are doing something for them. Okay. Third chapter, Ashloka comes in. Devan bhavayatane nati deva bhavayantuva parasparam bhavayantah shreya paramavapsat. The demigods are there, Devi Devtas, and take and give process from the demigods. People, they become happy in this planet. And then one more verse is there. Parasparam 3:12 I think. Asayagya prajasishtva purovacha prajapati anena prasavisvam bhumesho istu Savastva Ishtakama. You see that here also it is said that the Lord of all creatures sent forth the generations of men and demigods. Men are there and demigods are also there, the Devi Devtas, along with sacrifices for Vishnu, and blessed them by saying, "Be thou happy by this yajna, because its performance will bestow upon you everything desirable for living happily and achieving liberation." So demigods are there and men are there, Lord is saying. These two categories are there. And why demigods are there? Because the men, they have to surrender to them and sacrifice, do the sacrifices. So in this way both will be happy. Because you give to Indra or Chandra something, they are also happy that he is giving me, and they give you in return. So you are also happy when you get the results. So in this way both are happy. So in this way, to be in this material world itself, a person has to get involved in the sacrifices. Otherwise, he'll be very much distressed actually. Because every time in life, because of karmic reactions or because of not getting success in various things, so much tension, anxiety is created. Because always we want to do something, right? And when you are not able to do that, then anxiety comes, tension comes. And if the person doesn't know why such things are happening, then it builds up more. Anxiety is there, it builds up more. And then for peace, in this world, he needs at least the basic philosophy of life, right? If he doesn't understand the basic philosophy of life, then the anxiety builds up and he is always in tension. Shankaracharya, that's why he says, very nice verse. Balastava Kridasakta. Childhood will pass. Balas, Tava, Kridasakta. In play. He'll be playing. Kit. You know Kit? What is it?
One leg moves and then jump.
Various kinds of games are there in our country. Kit, Chua Chui, Dhappa, Chupa Chupi. So, like this, childhood will pass in just playing games. Grows a little bit, cricket, all these games, he starts playing. Balastavat Kridasakta. Tarunastavat Taruni Sakta. And he grows little, as puberty comes, he's grown up. He's getting attracted to a woman. Taruni, a young woman, Yuvati. That is what his life is about. He'll always be talking about that only. Everything, whatever he talks, will be about some woman. Whatever he does also is to impress somebody. Tarunastavat Taruni Sakta. Vridhastavat Chinta Sakta. And then he becomes old. Okay? Then what is that? Chinta. Always in India. He is old and he is in Chinta. Because whole life has worried, he did many things. And now he is sitting in old age and lamenting that they are spoiling things. They are not using things properly. Oh, I made so much. My son is spending money like that. So much tension is there in old age. Vridhastavat Chinta Sakta Parame Brahmani Kopi Narakta. Parame Brahmani, that Parabrahma who has to be meditated on this human life. Kopi Narakta. Nobody is interested in that. Shankaracharya says. So the sacrifice is required to be done. One has to understand. All these Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, everybody has stopped doing sacrifices. Before they used to have Janayu Samskar, Karnabhed Samskar, all these basic things were there in life. Since Garbhodam Samskar till Antim Samskar, these are all what? Sacrifices in the life in Grihasthashram. Nobody is doing. Nobody is doing. These are the impressions actually when you do sacrifices. Impressions are left in the mind of people. That something is there and something important. For example, marriage is also there. In Vedic culture you will see marriage will go on for like 5 days, 6 days, 7 days. It is not like 1 day or 1 hour job. Right? You all also know your house. That leaves such a great impression on the man's and woman's mind. Such a long procession, family came, everybody together. It's a big thing. We cannot separate in life. It is not something small thing being done that something will happen and we will separate. It's not like that. So they are trained in that way. It has got impressions. It has got purification. So many things are linked to that. Such a scientific culture, this Vedic culture and tradition is there. But time they have lost it. We are trying to teach them. Learn it. Don't waste your human life. Because in this life itself we will not be happy. What then of the next, Lord is saying. What then of the next? Nayam lokastya yagyasya kutonyah kuru sattama. This life itself, if you don't do sacrifice, you will not be happy. What to talk about the next? Purport. Whatever form of material existence one is in, one is invariably ignorant of his real situation. Material existence means ignorant position. One identifies himself with anything in this material world is ignorant position. And it develops gradually. First step, he will stop identifying with any matter. He will understand this chair, this building, this car, this mobile. It is there to be used, but I don't have any relationship with that. Actually, these things are not the real things, temporary things. I have to find the answer what this life is about. So in the material things, you will not get enjoyment. First. Second step comes. Now he left the identification with the outside world. Okay. Mind, that thing he left. This mind. It's not there. Internally it may be there, but outside things, externally he has left. Now he starts identifying with the mind. Then he has to leave the mind also. Because mind will say many things and he thinks I am saying, but he is not saying. That is also material because mind is also material, right? Mind, intelligence, ego, these things are material. So here that's why Prabhupada writes, you see, whatever form of material existence one is in, whatever form of material existence, whether it's matter or whether it's mind or intelligence, whatever he is identifying himself with, one is invariably ignorant of his real position. He is not in the real position. Until and unless he realizes that he is not this body, he is soul. Chanting time, 16 rounds will pass and the person is not able to meditate on the name. One time also. They are thinking we are chanting. Chanting, mind is where we don't know. Right? Happens. Why we are not able to control? You are not able to control your mind. Means mind is different and you are different. And mind is doing its work and you are going with the mind. Means you are identifying yourself with the mind. Hmm? In other words, existence in the material world is due to the multiple reactions to our sinful lives. We have to stop sinning. There is also one. If you keep doing sins, what is sin? So one thing we understand that do good things and do bad things. As we say, punya and pap, sinful activities and pious activities. Okay. Now, this one you people come to next level now. Anything in this world you are enjoying for your senses, that is sin. Anything in this material world you are trying to enjoy, sin. That the spiritual consciousness will not develop. You have to get away from this material existence. So this sinful life we are living, if we don't stop that, the reactions will not stop. Until that time we will be ignorant in life. So we are chanting, we are reading, we are hearing. Now what should happen? We should stop sinning. At least that should happen. When you stop that, okay, now more dirt is not being accumulated. And you are chanting, you are purifying also. So it will get purified fast. Because now dust accumulation you have stopped. Correct? So sin should be stopped. Ignorance is the cause of sinful life. And sinful life is the cause of one's dragging on in material existence. We are ignorant to do anything. We know. Ignorance means what? What is ignorance?
Not knowing one's constitutional position.
Exactly what means ignorance. Means maybe he doesn't know when he does something wrong. Ignorance.
Then also he will not realize that.
Yeah, even if he is seeing, he will not be able to realize that he is doing that. Knowingly or unknowingly, he will do sinful activities. Ignorant. So ignorance is the cause of sinful life. He'll do it. He knows it is wrong, but still he'll do it. He doesn't know, then also he is doing it. And it drags on the material existence. The human form of life is the only loophole by which one may get out of this entanglement. Now one is there in the forest, dense forest, or inside a cave, mountain cave. And in that cave, huge mountain, you entered inside and then you're looking out the way of how to come out, got inside. Now you are able to see some light somewhere, little bit light. You see that is the way. Maybe there is the hole is there. I can come out from there. And you go, and yes, you walk, and you come out. So that little hole in this material existence is this human body. You have this human body, now you have got the chance. Get out. Otherwise, punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jathare shayanam. Iha samsare hayadustare, kripaya pahe pahi murare. Shankaracharya says, punarapi jananam. Otherwise, they keep taking birth again and again, punarapi maranam. Keep dying again and again. Iha samsare, this material world, hayadustare, full of miseries. Kripaya pare pahi murare. Oh Murari, take me out from here, from this material existence. He's praying. So one will keep dragging on this material existence. The human form of life is the only loophole by which one may get out of this entanglement. The Vedas, therefore, give us a chance for escape by pointing out the paths of religion, economic comfort, regulated sense gratification, and at last the means to get out of the miserable condition entirely. What is this?
Moksha.
The four things written, what is this? Religion, economic comfort, regulated sense gratification, and at last getting out of the miserable condition entirely.
Dharma and Kama.
Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. There are two paths in the Vedic literature. One is Pravritti Marg and one is Nivritti Marg. Pravritti Marg means Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. This is Pravritti Marg. Means one cannot leave his sense gratification. So, okay, no worry. Do it in the Vedic jurisdiction, inside it. Like somebody wants to eat meat. You're explaining, don't eat. He wants to eat. Okay. Sacrifice it according to the Vedic scriptures and then eat. So that will purify him. Okay. So that is dharma. He's following dharma. He's eating meat, but he's following according to the dharma he is eating. So that is dharma. Artha. When one follows dharma, he will get artha, money. Artha. And with this artha, he will be happy. But he does adharma, and with that he is earning money, he will never be happy. Adharmic activities, you can earn a lot of money, but that money is Durga. It will give you miseries. You will never be happy with it. Be sure for that. So dharma, artha, that is economic comfort. Kama, then regulated sense gratification. Sense gratification is there, but regulated. So these are the steps, gradual steps in Vedic scriptures. Explain. What we are trying to explain is not this dharma, artha, kama. We are saying directly worship Krishna. No dharma, artha, kama. What he wants, do that. Work for his satisfaction. Directly come to the platform of bhakti and do bhakti to attain bhakti and get out of this planet, this life itself. Don't worry for the next life, what will happen, where we will go, we don't know. This is Nivritti Marg. We are teaching about Nivritti Marg. Pravritti Marg, very slow, like a tortoise. When you will reach your goal, you don't know. Why to take such path? Lift is there. High speed. Johnson. So take the lift, press the button immediately. Various buttons are there in that lift. Swargaloka, Brahmaloka, Tapoloka, Atal, Vital, Sutal, Vaikuntha, very on. Press the lift there and go up. You pressed Vaikuntha, sound came. Start chanting Hare Krishna. So keep chanting Hare Krishna and start working for the Lord. That's it. The lift will immediately take you to guaranteed process, having with everyone. It is not a process in which you have to think. You have got into the bus of Krishna consciousness. Now don't get down. Bus will stop in many places, many stations. Bus stand will come, bus will stop. Don't get down. Just sit. Whatever happens, keep chanting. Bus breaks down, no problem. Don't get down. Keep chanting. Tire is punctured, no problem. Keep chanting. You are feeling vomiting, no problem. Tolerate. Keep chanting. Don't get down of the bus. Sit in the bus. Time will come, the bus will enter into the spiritual realm. Because in that bus, devotees are also there. So don't get down on the bus. Because you get down on the bus and you think, anyhow I have learned everything, chanting out. I'll get down. So this is a verified process, bona fide process. Many people, they have seen that, done that. The path of religion, or the different kinds of sacrifice recommended above automatically solves our economic problems. By performance of yajna, we can have enough food, enough milk, etc. Even if there is so-called increase of population. Population is increasing. This is just a propaganda, hoax company. Even the population increases 10 times of today. 10 times. Mother Earth will feed it. So much land is empty. Actually, population is not increasing. We can have a lecture on that. There is a book written by some materialist Karmi, written a book, Empty Planet. The way they are designing their policies, the countries, that one day will come, there will be no human beings left in the planet. हम दो हमारे दो, such things. हम दो हमारे दो और हम दो हमारे ढाई और 1.5. That is the planning now. Half is the kutta. Mother, children, 2 children and 1 dog. Families like that. But this kind of planning will empty the planet actually. Because so many factors are there in which people die. When the body is fully supplied, naturally the next stage is to satisfy the senses. The Vedas prescribe, therefore, sacred marriage for regulated sense gratification. What is this written? By performance of yajna, we can have enough food, enough milk, etc. Even if there is so-called increase of population. When the body is fully satisfied, supplied, naturally the next stage is to satisfy the senses. Okay, you get energy. Now with this energy, what do you do? So the senses will do something. So it needs to be satisfied. So for one example is given like for marriage. To satisfy the genitals. Marriage is there. Regulated sense gratification. Thereby, one is gradually elevated to the platform of release from material bondage. Now, slowly, he is trying to open his ropes by which he is tied up. And the highest perfection of liberated life is to associate with the Supreme Lord. Perfection is achieved by performance of yajna as described above. Now, if a person is not inclined to perform yajna according to the Vedas, how can he expect a happy life even in this body? What to speak of another body or on another planet? There are different grades of material comfort in different heavenly planets. And in all cases, there is immense happiness for persons engaged in different kinds of yajnas. But the highest kind of happiness that a man can achieve is to be promoted to the spiritual planet by practice of Krishna consciousness. That is the end. A life of Krishna consciousness is therefore the solution to all the problems of material existence. So become Krishna conscious, then only material existence will finish. Otherwise, it is not possible. By any other yajna, it is not possible. Various kinds of sacrifices are there to purify yourself, to become happy in this planet. Mentally, you will be peaceful, you will get some material benefits. But believing material existence, that is not possible without Krishna consciousness. Even one wants to merge into the Supreme Brahman, that Atma will merge into the Paramatma. That is also material. He has desire to merge. That is also material. He wants to become God. Ultimate thing. That is also material. Ultimate thing to understand is we are not this body, we are soul, we are the servant of the Lord. Krishna is Lord and we have to serve. Serve. We are servant. And wherever He likes for us to be, if He says you be in earth and serve, then devotees they will be in earth and serve. If He wants that they should be in Atal, Vital, Sutal, Talatal, Vasatal, Mahatal, Patal, anywhere in the lower planets. So devotees will be happy to serve Him there in that planet. He wants them to be in upper planets. So devotees will be happy to serve them there. So devotees, there is no conception of liberation. Devotees are already liberated wherever they are. They have only one desire, and that is to serve the Lord and work for His happiness. Clear? This is the highest platform. Hare Krishna. Any questions?
You see, the word yajna here. So in Kali Yuga, yajna is not possible. In Kali Yuga, yajna is not possible. So which kind of yajna we can do?
Yajna doesn't mean only that homa which we do in fire. That is fire sacrifice. Sacrifice means there are various kinds of Vedic sacrifices. Like one is giving charity, that is also one kind of sacrifice. Because he is leaving his attachment, right? So that is also sacrifice. Yajna, that is also yajna. Like vivaha, marriage, that is also yajna. So sacrifice or yajna, when it refers to the Vedic processes which is described in the Vedas, which we read. One is reading scriptures, that is also yajna. Especially that yajna, which conception comes that there is fire and we are putting ahuti in that is homa. So there are various kinds of sacrifices, yajnas. Now, which kind of yajna we have to do in Kali Yuga? So that is Sankirtan yajna. By chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one will get purified. This is the process. Apart from this, no process. His heart will not be purified. So this is the process. Chanting Hare Krishna. Any other question? Everything is clear in this verse? You didn't come in the beginning, so if some things are not clear, you can ask. Okay? Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Somebody was attending.